Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Ride, or welcome to All Things Ride, period. If you are new here, if you are not new here, then you know this tutorial is already starting off a little different. You know I'm normally doing Crocs. Today I am showing you guys a Converse order that I received. If you are new around here, welcome. I hope you find this tutorial useful. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Most of my tutorials that I post are actual orders from my customers. I run a small business, Perfectly Aligned Creations. I create bling cups and shoes, and then also custom tumblers, mugs, and t-shirts. So this order is a full bling Converse request with a Zeta theme. I used Silhouette Studio and my Cameo cutter with this one to cut out the words that she wanted on her shoes. And then the charms you see in the back are just Croc charms. I am going to remove the back off those charms because I'm not doing Crocs. I am doing Converse, and I need to glue those directly to the shoes. I am removing the shoestrings so I do not get those dirty, and that so I can see the entire shoe since she wants a full bling. I'm using crystal glue glaze, and I will have that link down in the description along with a discount code. When I am gluing anything down, I like to use some clips to hold it in place as I move along and do other things on the shoe, just to allow time for heavy items and things to dry. I got this little iron from Hobby Lobby. I know Cricut has another version or a better version. I like this because I don't do many small items, so I didn't need the Cricut version of it. As you can see, that R was not completely ironed down, so I just reapplied the plastic and applied some more heat until it was completely onto the shoe. And I'm doing the same thing with the next shoe. And I am going to keep the video sped up because I do not like long tutorials. If you are not new around here, then you know it's one and done. We get to the point around here, show y'all what to do and keep it moving, period. So I am still making sure that the words or letters are ironed onto the shoe good. So this is what we ended up with. I got these transparent stones from Crown Crystals. I will link that down in the description as well. I personally like wax pens. I've had this pack of pens for over a year. They last forever. So I am covering up those letters, words. What are they? Numbers, using crystal glue glaze and transparent rhinestones. And I like to cover up anything like letters and words with transparent rhinestones because it just looks better than to just leave it blank and open. You know, like I have seen some people where they put the words or whatever on the shoe and don't put anything, they just bling around it. It's still cute that way, but I personally just like to cover it up. One, it just looks better with the other bling and it blends better, and then two, it helps to make sure that your words or numbers or whatever it is stays on longer. So I am using crystal glue glaze and transparent rhinestones again just to cover up the letters and the word on both shoes. Here I am just applying some trim. I personally like to put trim around my Converse and my Crocs. I just think it looks better. So I am going to apply some trim on both shoes. And of course, I'm still using my crystal glue glaze. I am going to use this glue for the entire project. These are just some 4mm rhinestones that I got from Amazon, and those will be linked down in the description as well. I am going to use these rhinestones for the heel and the toe of the shoe. At this point, I am just filling in the entire shoe. She wants full bling, so I am using different size rhinestones, different colors of rhinestones and pearls. I am using sizes 5mm down to 1mm, and I'm filling in the entire shoe. So if I place an item and there's still space, I will use the smallest rhinestone or smallest pearl that I have to fill in that space. I like to make sure there's absolutely no shoe or no cloth showing. I fill in as much as I can. Don't be scared to take something off and put something different there. If something doesn't look right, take it off. Follow your gut, trust the process, trust yourself, and just bling away. Like I said, if something doesn't look right, take it off and put something different there. If something isn't fitting, don't try to make it fit, because then you'll start moving around your other rhinestones and you won't even notice it probably until you're at the end that one of your rhinestones may be sticking up or sticking off because you tried to squeeze another rhinestone in another place and it pushed all of the rhinestones out of place. I am not going to haul you guys. I'm not going to show you the entire process of me blinging both of these shoes. I will show you a little bit more. I will also show you how I did the toe of the shoe, and then I will link another one of my other videos on how to lace Converse using ribbon laces. I will link that down in the description as well, and of course show you guys the finished product. Here I am just using my rotary tool on its lowest setting to buff the toe of the shoe. This just helps the rhinestones stick better. And I am using it, like I said, on its lowest setting because I don't want to buff it up too much. I just want to scratch it just enough to make it a little rough, to make the glue stick a little bit better. Doesn't matter what order you do this in, whether you bling the toe first, the heel first, bling the shoe portion of it. The most important things are to make sure that you actually buff the shoe. Make sure that when you're blinging the shoe that you are blinging the entire shoe. It looks so much better when you have the entire shoe blinged, meaning like all of the shoe is covered, even like the smallest little gap that you think don't matter. Try your very, very best to cover in or fill in the entire shoe. If your heart is not in it, because blinging is a process, it does take a while. If your heart is not in it or you're not into the project, don't waste your time starting on it, because the outcome is going to be horrible. It'll be time wasted. Just don't do it. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to leave them down in the comment section and I will answer them at my earliest convenience. If you have any concerns, requests, suggestions, please do not hesitate to share them with me. I'm always open to feedback or a better process or anything. Again, this is how I bling my shoes. This is what works for me and my customers and my small business. But again, I am open to feedback and questions, comments, and concerns. I typically bling this part of the shoe, but I wanted to try something different, so I'm actually going to put 2 charms on each shoe, or well, 1 charm on each shoe in that spot. So again, I'm using my crystal glue glaze. I cut the back off the charm. That was just a crop charm. This is my other little glue that I like to use sometimes just to make sure things stay in place. You only need a little bit of that glue, so I do not recommend using that glue if you don't know what you're doing, because it is super messy. You only need a little bit and it runs, so it can end up ruining your entire project. So this is the finished product. This is what they look like. My customer loved them. I sent her, I always send my customers pictures and videos of their shoes and give them the option to make one change if needed, because in the beginning, before I start my orders, I always ask them to be very detailed. I ask clarifying questions to make sure that I am creating what the customer is requesting. So by the time I'm done, they should not have any other requests. I also like to give my customers the option of ribbon laces or the regular laces with Bling Converse. She obviously chose the regular laces, so that's what we went with, but this is what they look like with the ribbon laces. And then, like I said, I will link down in the description how to lace Converse using the ribbon laces.
Yeah, 'cause girls is players too. 'Cause girls is players.